Hello my friends, and again thank you so much for watching my video. Trying to crank through a whole bunch of binocular reviews right now. I am about 15 minutes from my house, so this is a great place to go. Day is a little bit hazy already, so forgive the lack of sharpness or clarity or something, but this is not the binocular, this is just a day. We are looking at 15 times magnification through the Statesmen, the famous 165 model, with a 7.5 to 15 times magnification with a 40mm objective lens. This is a zoom, and at 15 times magnification at 1,000 yards you are looking at 230 feet in between the image from one end to the other. The quality of this binocular, the view is quite good. This was a very, very expensive binocular in its day, and it was a mid-1970s production. Now if I can find the mountain again, there it is. This is at 7 power or 7.5. Okay, I think it's really beautiful. It's a great binocular. This has the JTII, Japan Telescope Inspection Institute sticker that tells me mid-ish 70-ish. The style of this binocular is very reminiscent of that time period. Chocolate brown. This is the B-type binocular. Is this glasses friendly? I'd have to slightly say a kind of no. The eye relief is good on this one, but if you're wearing glasses, if you saw my Binoculars review of the 8x40, that is a dream. My Mercury, my Jason Empire, the one I just did, model 271, that one is a dream. The Pentax PCF 5 that I have, the 8x40, that one also is a dream. This one is it's not great. I wouldn't really recommend this one for people who have to wear glasses and cannot really take them off. If you're stationary and you're doing this binocular with glasses and you can take them off, that's fine. But I personally am not going to recommend this one as far as glasses friendly. Now this is, again, mid-70s, and it's nice because it does also have the accommodation for the tripod mount, which I absolutely love. And this is not an eccentric ring circle collimation. It has a prism housing inside here for these B-type binoculars. There's different ways to collimate the binoculars, or different methods developed for them, and so they're not all the same. They're all different. They're a little bit different. You know, I've seen one supposedly where you had the screws here. I have ones that you adjust a eccentric ring, and then I've got another one. I think it was this one here. I'm not sure. I forgot already. If it was this one here that has the prism housing that actually is on springs, and you have to adjust those. So this one here, although the glass is quite good and it was extremely expensive back in its day, I believe I have an ad for it and I'll show it to you later. $116.50. So we're talking $117 in the mid-70s, which translates today to like 800, I think it was 800 something or 680. I forgot. But anyway, I'll show that to you guys later. It's a very, very beautiful binocular. It's definitely designed for somebody with a discriminating objective, point of view of life. And look what I've got. Beautiful, beautiful texture. The other binoculars that I have reviewed recently, my other Jasons and Empire, have the same look to them. And so that's why I'm saying those are also pretty expensive in their day. And let me just show you how fancy pants this was. So at the front, where the connection comes to for the tripod mount, is this here. Okay. And the chocolatey color of the lens cap that I took off so you guys can see the inside. And of course you've got your lens covers, and then you've got yourself a very fancy, not leather, but definitely very fancy time period correct carrying case. And so here we have this sticker here that I've seen in another brand. Okay, that one, and then model 165, which definitely tells me this is a correct case for this binocular. And we have this clasp, and look at the inside, a mustard colored corduroy. Okay, these are all made of cardboard, by the way. Remember, I showed you a little bit the anatomy of a binocular case. They're all made of cardboard with faux leather, sometimes real leather, sometimes just plasticky stuff. More 70s is very plasticky stuff. But would I recommend this binocular? Yeah. I paid $45 for this one, and I think it's fair. I think that's a fair price with shipping. I think it's a fair price because it does offer the zoom magnification, and even though it can lose a little bit of sharpness at the 15 times magnification, it's still overall quite a nice binocular. Now, again, let's go ahead and compare it with the Bushnell Zoom, because I think Bushnell is much more of a well-known brand, and maybe more of you would lean towards Bushnell simply because you know the name more than the Jason Statesmen's. So I want to compare it because this one is also a 7 to 15, and as you can see here, let's look at the other side, because I'm putting the sun right in my face here. And so let's take a look at that. So you can see that the Jason Statesman is bigger. Okay, it is bigger binoculars. Like I said, they both have the capabilities of attaching to a tripod, which is fan-freaking-tastic. And the eye relief on this, the Bushnell, it's a little bit better in a sense. I think it's a little bit nicer, but not by much. And this one here, for me, as you can see, it's got the folding eye cups. I don't really care for these. I like to fold them back when I'm looking through it, and I don't particularly, like I said, would recommend these with glasses. These, I believe I did like them with glasses. They're okay with glasses. They're kind of like the same. I mean, they're kind of the same. They're not terrible, but they're not great. And again, if you have to keep your glasses on, I'm not going to recommend these. The Binoculars that I just did, the little 840, if you have to keep your glasses on, hell yeah, that's a good one. But these, they're not bad in that sense, but they're not great in that respect. Otherwise, if you can take your glasses off, these are actually pretty nice. I like to use them without the eye cup extended. I like to use the folding back. And again, the image on this is actually quite good. And let's go ahead and take a look at that again. Where are we? There we go. I think that the image is good through and through, left and right, all the way around. Nice sharp focus. Like I said, the day is a little bit hazy, but I do believe I am going to give this glass for sure a nice big fat thumbs up on that. Little heavy to be walking around with compared to the Bushnell. As you saw, the Bushnell was smaller, but as far as quality of the glass, I'm going to give this a big thumbs up. Just not glasses friendly, unfortunately. So just looking around here, we're at 7 power, and we're looking more and more straight to the sun, so we're not going to do that because that's just a waste. But it's looking nice. Definitely would recommend this one if you have no problem taking your glasses off. Okay, other than that, not the best for glasses, but otherwise still a very, very good quality binocular and glass. All right, thanks so much.